The Leviathan-class Jumpship was another one of the early standard core ships dating back to 2468. Just a scant 7 years after the launch of the Liberty-class Jumpship, making the two ships contemporaries. The Leviathan class emerged as a result of Lockheed Galactic's astute decision to capitalize on technological advancements made by Blue Nose Interstellar Technologies. The new class of jumpship was the second with the capability of carrying dropships during jumps, giving Lockheed Galactic a significant advantage in the market. With its enhanced features and lower price tag compared to competitors like the Liberty class, the Leviathan quickly gained popularity, establishing itself as Lockheed Galactic's flagship product. It paved the way for the company's expansion into numerous systems, solidifying its place in space travel history. The Leviathan-class jumpship boasted several key attributes that contributed to its popularity. Lockheed Galactic prioritized the comfort of crew and passengers, incorporating two 90-meter grav decks into the ship. One deck served the jumpship's crew, while the other catered to the dropship's passengers. Leviathan was unarmed, but mounted 192.5 tons of standard armor, distributed evenly around the ship. It is a very large jumpship at 410,000 tons and 760 meters in length. Despite requiring a smaller crew than the Liberty, the Leviathan had twice the dropship capacity and more than twice the total cargo capacity than its competitor, all of which is achieved for a price less than a third higher. In total, it can carry up to 8 dropships, a huge amount which perhaps helped hasten the death knell for the Liberty class. The complete cargo was loaded into 2 bays. The first one had enough capacity for 4 small craft, while the second could store 1,235 tons of cargo. A truly substantial amount. The Leviathan itself carries 6 first-class staterooms and berths for 11 passengers in steering class accommodations, which, while not up to the numbers of a Star-Lord, isn't bad at all. 5 escape pods and 5 lifeboats give you an emergency egress capacity, backed up by 4 small crafts. The Leviathan's design emphasized ease of maintenance and repair, with spacious maintenance passageways and large access panels. This feature was well received by transport companies, as it enabled the simultaneous transportation of their own dropships and additional cargo. However, the same design elements that facilitated maintenance also made the Leviathan vulnerable to piracy and external damage. Soon it had earned a reputation as an easy target for both being boarded and for being immobilized through damage to or the destruction of its large external fuel bunkers. The Leviathan remained in service for some time, although those ships used by governments or the military were generally modified to be more secure by sealing the more ready accessible access points and the addition of quarters to allow them to carry marine detachments. Many ships used by corporations underwent similar modifications, but a century after the Leviathan first entered service, it had largely been supplanted by the later Star-Lord class and similar large jumpships. A fate hastened by the unsustainability of the Leviathan as a military transporter during the Reunification War. Its main replacement, the Star-Lord class, had several advantages. Unlike the Leviathan, it had its fuel bunkers protected, eliminating the vulnerability of being targeted and disabled. During the Reunification War, the Leviathan proved unsuitable for war zones, while the Star-Lord, introduced in 2590, excelled in its primary mission as a jumpship by effectively delivering dropships to their destination. Furthermore, the Star-Lord class surpassed the Leviathan in terms of passenger amenities. Although the Leviathan offered decent service, the Star-Lord class provided even better accommodations. The additional fuel capacity of a Leviathan didn't prove advantageous if it ended up spilling into space, and the Star-Lord's smaller cargo holds and fuel tanks were still sufficient for accomplishing the required task.